It's more so a cautionary tale looking at the other side of the coin. And so I think it's agreed upon a lot of folks that you do need to bulk up based on lead times. There has to be some sort of business risk considered there for how much do you bulk up, how much lead times do you need to, or what period of lead time do you really need to plan for. But on the cautionary side, an experience that I was in with the gene therapy company where materials are very, very expensive, all the starting materials, consumables, the company had decided to take the supply chain on themselves and take it away from the CDMO. And so they made the relationships directly with those suppliers for consumables, those suppliers for the raw materials. And that ended up being a tremendously large business risk, I think unbeknownst to the company at the time, because as that asset was then deprioritized, this company didn't really have anything within the four walls of the contract with the CDMO to try to be able to maybe use that for another client or something of the sort to try to push off that risk a bit. Instead, the company then were in, I would say, contracts that were not as favorable for being able to cancel when you set those orders with raw material and consumables vendors, because again, the lead times are so long and you really can't get out of them if you're trying to 6 months down the road. So if anything, more so a cautionary tale on, you really want to make that work with the CDMO. You want to have them have a robust supply chain to be able to order these materials and stay on top of it. But sometimes you will have that temptation to just do it yourself, and it's not always the best road to take.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I found that what I was able to help the CDMO was if I had contacts in the manufacturers that with the supply chain, I got a lot of help from companies like Cytiva and Sartorius and Biotechna, the companies that I was able to call a U.S. counterpart, and they helped me. They helped me kind of manage the supply chain on the other side of the world. At least they got me into the right person's hands to say, look, this is what I need. And they all came through. The communication between the company, I didn't take on the responsibility, but I just helped kind of push it along and get the communication going between the vendor and my CDMO.